For many Americans, the idea of funding a 20 to 30-year retirement is overwhelming, no matter how much money you've been able to save. So today, we're breaking down the top 4 ways to boost your income in retirement so you don't run out of money. Here to help us do that is Marcus Warren from Warren Wealth Management and Tax Planning. He's a financial author, advisor, and radio show host here in Louisville, and a weekly guest here on Great Day Live. We love having you here on Wednesdays. Okay, I don't care how much money you've saved, Marcus. Running out of money in retirement, it's a real concern.
It is a real concern because there's so many things that can affect retirement income. A big market crash, death of a spouse, an unexpected health event. That's why it's important to have some sort of retirement income plan so you're prepared for those things.
It's one that gets my heart going just a little bit because you think about that. But in retirement, then, where does our income typically come from?
Income comes from traditionally about 3 different sources. So you have your guaranteed income, you have your pensions. Obviously pensions, most pensions these days have gone the way of the dodo bird, they're extinct. Used to be 50% of companies offered pensions, now today about 15%. But you have your pensions. You also have another guaranteed income source, which is Social Security. And the other source of income in retirement is just your personal savings, your investments, company retirement plans. But those are generally the 3 sources.
So, okay, even with those as the sources of income, it might not be enough. Now, people are looking for ways to boost the amount of money they have to draw from which, I mean, that's just obvious. And you say that there are 4 easy ways to do that.
Yes, 4 ways. Easy. We'll let that go. But the first is just seasonal job. We're in the holiday season. Getting a seasonal job is a great way to boost that extra income for retirement. Another thing is trying to maximize Social Security. I would probably sit down with a good advisor because if someone makes the wrong choice, a wrong election amount on that Social Security, it can cost you a lot of money down the line. Of course, taxes, have to find a way to minimize taxes. I would sit down with a good tax advisor also because taxes are one of the biggest expenses in retirement. And then lastly, a good way to boost income is to look into annuities. Not variable annuities, but you have immediate annuities, fixed indexed annuities. Those are vehicles that can create guaranteed income for life. So I would definitely look into annuities.
Well, always good to see you on Wednesdays and great advice. Now, getting all your ducks in a row right before retirement, as Marcus said, it's crucial. If you want some help mapping out what your income will be in retirement based on how much you've saved, take advantage of this offer today. Marcus will do an income analysis for the first 15 qualified callers right now. This offer is only good for those who are nearing retirement or who are already retired. Here's that number, 502-339-8255. Again, call right now to find out what your income will be in retirement based on your current portfolio. This is free of charge for qualified callers. That number one more time, 502-339-8255, or visit warrenwealth.net.